showing us what they're trying to do, making a smart city in Coral Gables.
A smart city? Wow.
So using all the technology, we learned in class
Yeah.
about IoTs, traffic management, reaching out. So they're looking for interns, and we're thinking about working together. And plus, what we're trying to do is, I met the folks in Estonia. Did I tell you about that in last class? Have you heard of Estonia? Did I tell you? There's you type on the computer, Estonian blockchain. Do you know where Estonia is? It was just
I think you did mention that.
it's part of,
city.
it's a country.
Yeah.
It's part of Estonian blockchain. It was a former Soviet Union
Really?
and there are 1 million people. So they said, how are we gonna get on the map?
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of smart people. So they said, we'll do blockchain. We only have 1 million people. We'll put everything digital. Our whole society will be digital. We'll put all our driver's license, everything, all our real estate just on the blockchain. See?
Is this new?
Relatively, past number of years, right? But they're like the leaders, and they only have 1 million people in the whole country, so it's easy to kind of do it.
Right.
They're smart people. We have built a digital society, so can you name the most advanced digital society, Wired? So I met with them. I was speaking at a blockchain conference, and these folks were at the conference, and I started talking, and I said, and Coral Gables, the head of IT, came to me and wanted to do some things innovative in Coral Gables, and I said, you want to be sister cities? I know, Coral Gables has some sister cities in Madrid or some, in Spain or something. So they go, we love it. And they said, and it's cold in the winter in Estonia. We'll come, we'll teach. So he's really excited about it. That was the head of IT. So, and secure see, it says, who have built an efficient, look at that. You see them in secure transmission that saves time, money, stuff. eStonia invites you to follow the digital journey. Right? When Estonia, so they have all their digital ID. So rather than, think about it, you lost your passport. You'll never you lose your passport because it's on the blockchain. Your driver's license. Your health care, right?
all the healthcare.
All the healthcare stuff, right? And they're basically, they probably have socialized medicine, so that's all easy to take the whole country, put them on the blockchain. Public safety, look at this, e-health, right?
So it started in 97?
Digitally, and then they keep on going. So it's basically an entire digital place, where everything they basically says digitally, right? So you see that Estonian patients own their health data, that's what we're talking about, right? Hospitals have made available online since 2008. Today, 95% of the data generated by hospitals and doctors have been digitized. And blockchain is used for assuming the integrity of the stored electronic medical records as well as access logs. So they don't have the problem like we do, right? The Baptists and even sharing information.
You don't have, right? You have to wait for it to get there, then you have to...
So it's one country, right? Everybody's all together.
And how do they, like if they want to get data to do reporting, how do they make it like standard? Like how do they know if each record is slightly different? Do they build like a platform that kind of extracts that data and then makes it standard?
Right. That's set it up just like any other. Each person has visited a doctor, has his or her own online e-health record containing the medical service case note, test results, digital prescription x-ray, as well as full log tracking, access to the data.
Yeah. It allows like the patients to also be able to view your records and things. Because a lot of times if you go to the doctor, you have to wait for the doctor to send it to your specialist, and then they have to approve, but you are able to have access.
And is data that's stored on a blockchain like different formats, or is it a particular format? Is it like a PDF file?
Well, also on the blockchain, what it can be, think about it this way. it can be like a link, and somewhere else I store it in another place. So it's, for instance, Sarah Rushanek, right, with my ID, and then a lot of like, I don't need to store all my x-rays and everything on the blockchain because it's slow, but there'll be a link to another database
That has all your documents.
that has all my documents.
Yeah.
So the blockchain will hold basically my ID information that will be linked to other places that I can store. You got it? So it's like a whole country, so we wanted to, so they were all excited, they said, hey, let's do a proof of concept with Coral Gables. And take a small portion. This would not be viable, because Coral Gables is not, it's not the socialized, medicine here, but we could do the things for the deeds, or the things that you have, you're a resident of Coral Gables, right? If you had it, then you could put everybody's tax information, the property taxes, or find the other information, or the titles to my houses, right? What do I need? And then you could eliminate all those people taking all for the titles,
Yeah.
or if there was like the DMV or something. Think about it. Okay, so I have two of you for, I need to spend time with you on your project
Yeah, I just want a little,
guidance.
yes.
Okay, and then with you, so did you look at that paper?
Mm-hmm.
So what did,
I looked over it. I wasn't
Okay.
able to finish, like,
okay, so,
anything, but-
so what I would like you to do in this one is look at it and try to find in the area that is doing it is maybe like a literature review of the topic.
okay.
And then come maybe on Wednesday, and then I can kind of review your work, and then if it looks like it'll work out, we can set you up for a number of hours that would be like the first thing. When do you graduate?
Spring and May.
Okay, so basically it could be this semester, and then we could continue,
Mm-hmm.
because this way we only have like, we could put you a month. Have you work study before? Oh, so then it'll be easy.
Yeah, I worked work study.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you can start looking at it, you can format it, you can start formatting it, and then I wanna break that down.
So
into
basically,
small-
like, cleaning it up.
Cleaning it up first,
Okay.
cleaning it up, and then, like tracking and so forth, you can track it.
Okay.
And save it as, put the date,
Mm-hmm.
and then with your initials.
Okay.
And then what we'll end up doing also is, I'll put you also, we can even upload it in the audit area.
Oh, in Blackboard?
Yeah,
Okay.
on I can do it in the 450,
Okay.
right? We can put you in as, maybe we can do that even now. Let's do that, and then we'll give you a space in Blackboard. Okay, so let's do 450 audit. Course.
Were you doing the same topic with Jesse? I know he did research for you, right?
Yeah. So what does that have to do with what?
No, I was just asking if you did the same topics and stuff.
Did Jesse do the
Yeah,
same?
because he was telling me about it.
No, Jesse was doing, since Jesse was from computer science, he was doing some, computer security stuff with Jesse. Are you still in contact with Jesse?
Mm-hmm.
How's he
Yeah,
doing?
he's doing good.
He's in DC or what?
Yeah, he started a new job. And
Send him
he's
my
like-
regards.
I will. He's working part-time at Amazon also.
Oh, great. Well, he's always ambitious.
Oh, yeah.
He's super.
It's
you
right
know
up
what I
his
mean?
alley.
What?
It's right up his alley.
No, but I'm just saying, he's exceptional, and he's so polite, and he's dressed, he could be also a model like us, too, with his,
Oh,
everybody.
God, I don't know if I'm gonna tell him that. I'll go straight to his head.
I know, don't tell him that, but anyways, no, but I'm just saying, it was always, I am so, what can I say, challenged on, on outfits or something, you know what I mean? But-
Oh, you and me both.
But I mean, he was, even I could be impressed by him every day, you know what I mean? His outfits were coming. Okay, fine, I'm on the user, help me here. So what do we need to do? Users, I'm gonna enroll you, right? Find users to enroll. Maybe that's it, huh? Okay, so what do we need? Username, is it?
Is that my email
I
or?
don't know. Search, okay, here, yeah. So equals start, username, what else can we have? Username, first name, last name, email. What's your last name?
Garcia.
Garcia?
Mhm.
That'll be like everybody, right? To find
We
out.
do email.
Email, yeah, okay. So what is the email? Do you want
LCG
LCG
70
70
at Miami.edu.
@miami.edu. Let's see. What is this user information? I don't know what this is gonna do. Okay, this is good. Okay. Right?
Mhm.
Okay. Enrollment, okay, so let's see if I can do this. Teaching assistant, yes, let's see. Okay, now go into Blackboard
Okay.
and see if you got something. Classes that you're teaching?
Yep, I found it.
Okay, so then go in to Blackboard.
Mhm.
Let's do this. Course documents. You see here in the group, make yourself group 12.
Okay.
And then put your name, and within that, put like papers, and upload this first version I gave you, and then every time that you do a revised version, upload your revised version of the paper.
Okay.
You got it? So make yourself group 12, put your name,
Is that
your email, what?
create file or new page content folder?
You need, let me show you. So what you need to do. Now first go to build content and go to in that folder.
Yeah, is it new
Create,
page content folder?
yeah, do content folder. And give yourself group 12. And then just like you do, put your name, your email, and your phone.
Alright.
And then within your folder, right, within the folder, then create, like if I were here, let me just show you, if I'm group 0, right, then I make another folder here, and I'll call it papers. And that way too, that's a good idea too. So Lindsay, what would be good is then I could do papers, right? And then under papers, I'll put the papers that I'll have, and then you can download it from there.
Okay, perfect.
I'll put my papers up there, and then you'll put it in your folder.
Okay, so how long, like once you upload it, how long do you want it to be completely done when we submit it back to you? Like how much time after you upload it? Or do I just keep working?
Keep on working on it.
So I just keep submitting it and if you.
Yeah, like I do after the date, right, you make the changes and submit it, and then you can even email me and say, I've uploaded, you know.
Okay.
Or, and then we can meet, what's a this time is good for me to meet, we can meet here, and then we can discuss, these are issues, what we have, and we can have some time together,
Okay.
and then you can work on it. And sometimes you can even, come here or whatever. Okay? And then once we see we're doing, then I'll put you through the system,
Alright.
The secretary can put you through the system, and then I'll put, and then you can have like, through Workday, right?
Mhm.
You can submit your hours and then make also a spreadsheet of the hours that you worked and what you did,
Okay.
so we can have a thing.
So for this paper, go through it and I'll submit my,
Yeah, so when you have time, I want your classwork to be first.
okay.
My work for you is second.
So like since this one was like 76, would it be like I could, if I do half of it and resubmit it, or do you want me to like do the whole?
No, just do it.
Yeah.
It'd be better to do it like when we talk about agile program, do small chunks
Okay.
rather than spending 10 hours on something and you're in the wrong direction, or I have it, even spend an hour on something,
Mhm.
you know, and you can even put the date and time when you worked on it.
Oh, you have Roy in class. We live in the
Oh,
But
okay.
yes.
Yeah, but you get to see everybody, right?
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect.
So
I'll
when
come
do you
back.
have,
You
so,
want me to come back Wednesday or Monday? Cause Monday is a good time, like, for future, but, do you want me to come back this Wednesday?
yeah, Wednesday be good, but it'd be good like at 8:30. Can you come at
8:30?
8:30 at night, so then we can spend some time. And if you want to, she was there, you saw Modernizing Medicine. Ilana Oberstein is coming on for Modernizing Medicine.
Really? I didn't know
She's coming at 7:45 this Wednesday, so you're welcome to come earlier to hear her.
that. Okay.
She's always interesting. Okay,
Thank you,
perfect.
Dr. Fick.
My pleasure.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so, the idea I had for the project was a price comparison tool for healthcare.
I remember we're talking about, did you look at it?
I did, and there's
WLR?
actually, no, I saw something called Healthcare Blue Book, which is pretty good. And you can put like your zip code and the procedure that you're having, and it even, I just don't know, and it even tells you like the hospitals and the fair
Yeah,
price.
did you look at this one?
No, I haven't looked at that one. I saw, there's a couple that do what I was thinking of doing. So then, my question is, are we creating something unique that
Hold
doesn't?
on. Yes, hi. What? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so what?
So are we creating something unique that doesn't exist, or is it okay if something already exists?
Okay, so you can do it twice.
Okay,
One, I want this to be real,
okay,
not, so either do reviews of what's happening now and come up with ways to improve,
okay,
or a site where people can go to many different sites of reviewing. You can almost be a site of reviewing other sites with your background. I wanted something that you can take with you, that you can go either on your own for consulting,
okay.
or that you'll have some kind of product. Yes, hi, yeah, hold on, yeah, I mean, you have your phone?
Me, yes.
Yeah. Yami, Y-A-M-I,
L-E.
L-E, yeah. All right, do you have your number?
Yeah.
We're gonna send you a text.
Oh,
Hold on.
305?
Hold on, let me just write down the number, hold on. So it's 305
967
305-967,
4907.
what's the next?
4907.
4907. 305-967-4907. Okay, Yaman, okay, check to see if you have a
Yeah, it
text.
hasn't come in yet.
It hasn't come in yet. Okay, okay, work on it. Take your time. So something like this where you could do a review.
Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the actual tool that I'm creating. It could be
Or
different tools that I'm evaluating, and ways to improve those tools.
Or a way to review those tools, what's missing in those tools.
Okay,
Something that's useful, that somebody could go to your site.
okay,
Okay, hold on.
oh, there it goes.
Okay, what's the number?
349 G.
G 349 082. You're welcome. Do you need us to wait? You're gonna send another? Okay, we're waiting. We're gonna be talking in the meantime, okay? So, reviewing I'm talking about what the problem is, right? You know what the problem is, right? Talk about what are the solutions, what are the present solutions? And you could do a review on some of those solutions, what else needs to be done, what are the pros, cons, and it can be an ending thing, and then you could figure out ways to incorporate other people that could get input, you know? If you could see that you could improve it and get more, but the key here is that you need to get input from the outside, right? You're gonna get input, for instance, from patients, right? Just like how they were doing it, right?
Okay.
So which one do you, so this one and then maybe you wanna look at in other parts of the country, you know, because United States is really the key of, we have no idea. You know it better than me even, right?
Okay. So then our website would basically be an informational, or my website would basically be an informational website about what the problem is, solutions, reviewing the solutions
Right,
that
you
are
can put
out
links
there.
in, you can put
And
links, and then
links to
maybe
them.
of what you see is the future, what needs to be done there. How do you think you need to solve it? What are they not doing that you think are possible solutions and ways in which you think you could get?
Okay, I thought I had to design like the actual tool.
Well, if it already exists, you don't have to,
Right.
why reinvent the wheel,
Right.
right? And that's doable.
Okay,
You're not gonna start, you know what I mean, in this class. Now, you could say, hey, this is what they're having, you know, what do they mean, you know, there's certain sections that maybe WLRN or these others they should get more information or something, you know? Once you know about, first of all, you can figure out what does exist. 'Cause look at this, you didn't even know about this one.
no, I found another one that was I didn't know existed, and it was
See,
pretty
that's
good.
what I'm saying, so do more research, even for those people, you don't even know what exists. You can be a resource of other resources.
Okay,
And then you can even reach out and you can say to the community, if you know of other places, let me know, you know what I mean? It could be a site where you have another place, if you know of other resources,
okay,
contact us.
okay, I think that's easier.
It-
I was
it-
already imagining myself as a programmer where I had to come up with
No, but later on, you may wanna say, if you're thinking, you could do a prototype of, this is what's missing, and a future project could be enhancing what these other people are having.
Okay,
And then you could even do the enhancements of the future, you know what I'm saying?
okay, I think I have a better idea now.
What do you think, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's doable.
I mean, this is more doable.
It's
like
doable.
I said, I thought we had to like design
Well,
our
you know
own-
what I mean,
the
something-
future, but not like in the short period of
Well,
time.
who could do that, right? But at least you can see, hey, what is available, and then you can say future ideas. You could even develop kind of like screen prototypes of what is lacking. For making it real, that you could then go to all these other sites and say, I have some ideas, or I can incorporate what other ones are. Or you could do links. Right, you know, I mean, you could do links to others. You could be I can see it as being a resource of a resource. You, okay. You have another code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
103
103
968.
968. 103 968.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So can we hang up?
Fine. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
What do you think?
No, I think this is more doable. I think the way that I was seeing it, I was getting a little overwhelmed
Yeah, right. And then
because
you
I
don't.
wasn't sure how.
Well, for some people, you know what I mean, but for yours, these exist already.
Yeah, okay.
And you know the industry. So then you can make it as valuable as possible. And you didn't even know these existed,
No, I
right?
did. I thought I was coming up with a unique idea until I started researching. I'm like, this already exists. And they're
But-
pretty
but-
good.
They already exist, so what do you want to do? So which one is yours?
The one I had come across was called Healthcare Blue Book,
Uh-huh.
where you put, it doesn't seem like it's open to everybody, but it does give you some information where you could put your zip code, the procedure that you're
And it's
looking
for Florida?
Yeah, it's like you put your zip code. So I went to solutions up at the top, and I put consumer
Yeah, go to, where's consumer?
all the way at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you put your zip code there,
Yeah.
and then you look for whatever test or procedure you're having. So I just did like colonoscopy, because I
Mhm.
wanted to know.
You know what you could even do? You could do a screencast of these, going through some of these,
Okay.
of reviews of what you're doing, and then you could do like reviews of what's missing.
Okay.
That's doable.
Yeah.
You can create, you can create a website talking about what the problem is and the issues. You could then do links to these other sites. Then you could do even screencasts
Okay.
of some of these stuff, how it is, and then you could even do places in which you could take like screenshots of what you think are lacking,
Okay.
and where are the next steps.
That's easy. I think I can.
Yeah, you can do that, and it's valuable.
Okay, so my website would be a resource where I'm basically evaluating these other tools that already exist.
Yeah, about how consumers basically have no idea, people have no idea on any of this
Okay.
stuff. I mean, and this is the beginning of people see there's a need, they're going out, and then look at how this is different from the
From the
I just know it because I heard on NPR.
There's actually a few. There's
See, so that's what I'm saying,
There's
so you
another
could
that I came
do reviewing, you know, and is it only in Florida? You could start with Florida kind of things and see, are there other places in the country that are, I bet you Florida's not the only one.
no. I think this is across the
This
United
is,
States.
oh, this, okay,
Yeah.
because WLRN, I think it's just local.
Oh, I'll look at that one.
Look at the WLRN and see, based on what they're talking about, fair price, this is fair price, what,
Yeah, this one gives you the fair price too. So when you put a procedure
no,
there,
I'm reading fair price, I don't know, I think WLRN, I don't, what was WLRN's thing?
I haven't looked at that one.
I haven't looked at, but look at it, you know what I mean, I
I'll look
don't
at
even
that
know what they're doing to support, but this is price check, how your boss helps them to determine, I don't know if they have something, you know, you can contact them and see what they're doing there,
Okay.
you know what I mean, price check, is this? It's the same thing. Oh, maybe the price schedule, what you were doing is the same thing, I don't know, but who can do the research on it, and it's needed, you know, and then start with, you know, definitely what you know what the problem is, nobody knows what costs are, nobody knows what it is, and then you're stuck
Okay.
being, you know, hawking your house and everything else. So what is your job then, now?
I do quality assurance and training for the central business office across the street.
So give me an example of the training you do.
The system, so we train the new hires on
And
the system.
how you do that?
Like in a classroom setting.
You
we
record it?
Yeah, no, not currently, but we do have sometimes remote agents that work from home, and sometimes we don't have them come in, so we'll use, we usually use Skype, this business Skype, to train them or show them and things like that.
And you share your screen or what?
Yeah, or they share theirs, so I can see what they're
And
talking
you
about.
do
We
remote
actually
work?
use that a lot because, like the IT department is on the medical campus, so sometimes if we have a problem, they're like, let me show you, or like, you know,
And
so-
did you ever record it? That they
no,
can review?
we don't typically record it. And
Okay.
basically because
Not that
space, like where are we gonna keep all that, information, like we don't have space available. But I use for training, sometimes we use
Did you-
Captivate.
Right,
It's
right.
not a screencasting, but
Yeah, I know.
we have that.
Right.
And in IT, when I was in IT, we did use like screencasting and
Right,
stuff
right,
like
right.
that.
Okay, well, you could use even YouTube, you can make a private
Yeah.
channel
Yeah.
and store it on YouTube and make it just private.
Yeah, I had a couple of classes that made us do videos, and I have a YouTube credit channel.
Right, right. So what's your goal? What do you wanna do? I mean, where do you think the future with
I don't,
employment?
I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty happy doing what I'm doing. I did have to finish my degree, which I never did, so I have about 6 classes left, and I do wanna do my executive MBA.
And how many classes you have left? Have you
6,
And then what's your major?
healthcare management.
You have to take BTE 210, have you taken that already?
No, I didn't take that one.
So take that with me next semester. I do in the evening, same time.
Okay.
So when they
Um,
do the enrollment sign, I don't know when's enrollment.
I think it's coming up within the next
So,
couple weeks.
because it's usually full, so
Yeah.
sign up whenever it is right away. So that way, first of all, it's in the evening, and second of all, you can continue doing some of the same projects, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I did wanna do computer science, but that was too much math for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't realize,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I like the analyst part, but.
Right, okay, so you do that.
yeah.
So this works out, so take the BTE 210 next semester, and then you can, and then I have one section on Monday night and one section on Wednesday night. So
Okay.
you can do, you got it in right there. It's good, because they fill up quick. So that's great. So let's do that, and then,
Okay. So I'll start it, and you want us to publish it already on, so that it's available on Wednesday
yeah.
to start
So
reviewing
at
it
least
and
start,
feedback?
yeah,
Okay,
you know, because we don't, I think next week is the last week, because the following week is Thanksgiving.
that's true, okay.
So we just basically have one more week, so do what you can for Wednesday, so at least you have it, and then ready, you know, you have this one and
Okay.
the other one, and then you can even do a review of what's available, and then you can have another section saying, what do I propose? And then
Okay.
you can do even like screens or something, mock screens of what needs to be,
Okay,
available, and then it really makes it real. 'Cause that's what I want, real, rather than
Okay.
no way you can start creating your own too. And this exists already, why reinvent the wheel?
that's what I thought we had to like create.
No, you can, the people have created, but it depended on what your
What it
idea was, you know? Other people, what I said is, do a review of what is available, you know, there are sites like that are reviews, you know? And then later on, you can get you can get even advertisers, you know what I mean? And then you can make it as a business model where you're reviewing, and then you can get even, maybe on one end is, from the end users, you can even get from other sites that may wanna do it. And you can kinda say, if you wanna advertise with us, you have to give us your
Yeah.
prices.
Yeah, that's true. I think the ones that do it on Healthcare Blue Book, obviously they wanna be competitive, so they give their prices for that company to upload it.
Right, so that's what I'm saying, so look at what their business, and what you can do, it'd be interesting to see, what is the business model, like WLR, and I think it's, like for the public, this Blue Book, is privately owned? or
I
who-
think so,
So check who are the,
okay.
so you can even go and see what they're doing and compete with them, as a possibility, or review them, or add on, or
Okay,
something like that.
for
I
sure.
think we made a good,
Yeah.
perfect.
More direction.
Yeah, no, for sure, so get it for, Wednesday,
Okay.
and then I can respond to it, otherwise,
Okay.
too late.
Thank
Okay,
you.
ciao, bye-bye,
Bye.
Bambino. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Okay, I finished with my students,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take like another 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna come. What do you wanna do? How are you feeling?
Fine, I'll just wait for you at about 7:30, which is about, no, 7:13.
Yeah, so, yeah, and do you wanna go out, or you wanna stay home, or what do you?
Yeah, I know when you come, because we got good things done.
Okay, we'll see what it is. We have plenty of food, and I'll make something when I come home.
All right.
Bye.